Love the sweatshirt.
I figured you would.
I appreciate it.
Is there any extra juice with not having beat Texas before?
I mean, yeah, definitely. We know this is a big one, and they're one of the most talented teams in the country. So it's a big challenge, on a big stage, and we're looking forward to it. It's definitely one we've been looking forward to. I've never beat them. I don't think Coach has ever beat them. So yeah, it's a big one.
They're also leaving the conference. Does that add any juice? You want to send them out with a loss?
Yeah. I mean, sure, I guess. We're not really focused on that. We're kind of worried about ourselves, but, I guess all the outside people would probably say that.
Do you feel like the last 2 weeks, particularly this week, Will was back? This is how I can play.
Yeah, I would say so. I think when I look at it, I feel like the Oklahoma State game was really the only game that I kind of felt like just truly off. I think we were kind of all off as a unit. And once I kind of just got out there and just got back to doing what I do and not pressing too much and just kind of being me, I feel like that feels really good. And I've gained my confidence back, and I never really lost it in the first place, I don't think, just in the position that I am now and all the kind of stuff that I've been through. It's kind of hard to shake me at this point, I feel like. And I've learned a lot over the years, and I feel really good about how I've been playing and how we've been playing. And at the end of the day, when your defense is shutting guys out, and when your offensive line is playing like how our offensive line is, it's hard not to play with confidence. So.
And how good was Phillip Brooks for you?
He had a heck of a game and made some really, really big plays and some really good catches. And he's such a reliable guy, and he's been here for so long. Like, I feel like our connection's really good, and constantly communicating with him. And he's grown so much as a leader this year, I think, having being that oldest guy in the room. And I was so happy to see him have the game that he had last week, because I know all that he's capable of, and he does too.
Do you sense the guys have done a good job of not getting too confident after three impressive wins?
Yeah, I mean, we know how big of a challenge this week is, and I think this is definitely be our toughest game yet, and Texas is solid all the way around. So there's no seduction of success going on here. We're keeping our nose to the grindstone, and kind of remembering that this is why we have success, is because of how we do things and how we go about our business and the process every week.
What do you see from Texas secondary that gets your attention?
I think they've got phenomenal players all around. I think their scheme is pretty vanilla. I think they kind of do what they do, and they kind of say, you gotta beat us. And I think, I think in a way, like the schemes that we're looking at this week in the film may be a little more simple than maybe what we've seen in the past couple weeks, but it's still equally as challenging, just because we know that they do it so well, and they know the system, they do what they do, and they've got phenomenal players doing it. So, I think we're going to have to find different ways to attack their secondary, and I think they've got really good corners. I think their safeties fit really well, and they overlap on deep balls really well too. And there's going to be a lot of challenges out there, but I think we're going to have a good plan and figure it out as we go.
What do you remember most from that game when you started 2 years ago down there?
I tried to forget that one as much as I could, because that was it wasn't a great game for me or for the team. But I remember that feeling in the locker room after the game. I remember how deflating that was, and I don't want to feel that again.
The fact that you're playing two of the other teams that are tied for first place, and also KU, that kind of games in November, does that make it easier to stay focused when you've got your top contenders?
Definitely. Playing meaningful games in November is where we want to be and where we plan to be. So, but at the same time, like, we're not looking forward. It's a 1 week season every week, and this week's Texas, and after that we'll go from there. But right now is we're all about Texas, and we gotta for me, it's like I'm all about Tuesday right now. I gotta win the day today, and that's how we're trying to look at it.
Does it make